Everybody for joining us. So glad you're here. All right. Let me share my screen and we're going to get rocking and rolling here. All right. Oh, and at the very end, if we have time at the very end, we will open up for questions. Okay. So let me make sure I got everything set up. All right. Okay. Welcome, everybody. So, my name is Michelle O'Neill, and today I'm going to share with you mastering digital marketing and why you want to master digital marketing and how to grow your own online business, but be successful. We don't want you just working hard and not making having any success. We want to show you how to work smarter instead of harder. Now, here's just an earnings claim. Please screenshot this. I can't say you're going to make any type of money. And these stories you're going to hear tonight are their experiences from their efforts. Okay. So make sure you screenshot that. And let's go ahead and get started. So, you are here because you are ready to learn how you can generate an income online by following a 2 hour income earning activity day. I just want you to imagine this real quick, okay? It's Freedom Friday, so I want you to free your mind and I want you to imagine if you could follow a 5 step blueprint and learn the skills to have an online business. And what if you started making passive income and you were able to do that 100% around your family? Well, look at Brad. You guys, Brad has learned how to automate his business by following the blueprint. He has had 150 people through his automations, and he's already made $1,800. And you are going to learn all about that today, how he has done that. And we have Christy here, you guys. She has made 11,700 in her first 3 weeks of launching her business. So as you can see, sky's the limit of what's possible, right? And that's what I really love. Whatever your goals and dreams are, they definitely are enough. So I have a question and I want you guys to put this in the chat. Okay. What is the income that you would like to make this year I'm trying to find the chat, this year to make it worth your time? What is that income? To make it worth your time to launch your own online business. Would anybody want to put in the chat 20K this year? Yes. Aw, thank you, Leah. You're so sweet. 40,000, 50,000, 10, 900, 50, 50, 100K. Awesome. Look at that. And I know some people are talking to me right now in US, some people in South Africa Rand, and I love that, you guys. Well, you're going to learn how to do that. So remember that number because I'm going to show you how to divide that into the amount of customers you would need to achieve that, right? And then all you need to do is divide that into 4. Okay. Now, I just want to be really realistic. If you've not made 100,000 online or before in a year, don't have expectations to do it in 4 months if you've never done it before, right? I don't want you to set yourself up for failure. I want you to set yourself up for success. I will share with you when I launched my business, my first year goal was to make 54,000 a year. I was like, oh my gosh, if I can make 54,000 a year working around my children and my grandchildren, because to me, the most important thing to me was time. But I wanted an income to make memories. So my first year goal was to make 54,000. My second year goal was to learn how to attract a daily paying customer at 300 a day, which is 109,000. And my third year goal was to make 600 a day, which was 219,000. But I followed these steps step by step. To me, it was such an easy to follow system. Gosh, it was such a breath of fresh air, you guys, by the way. And I ended up going from making zero online to 6 figures in 6 months with a goal of making 54,000 my first year. So that's just an idea of what can happen. But here's my favorite part. This is what I get to do now. I travel with my family and do the things that I love to do. Matter of fact, when I get off of here, I'm actually leaving. My son has his first cross country meet of the season. He's a runner for Wichita State University, and I'm just so grateful that I get to travel with him and never miss any of his races. And that was one of my goals. So if you have goals like that, you are definitely in the right place. Look at this. Lisa has made 2,700 in 7 days by following the steps in the blueprint. So let's talk to you right now, how to grow an online business successfully. And I'm going to cover with you the 5 step blueprint to passive income. But before I do that, real quick, I need to have Jessica come on and share, you guys, because she has to bounce. She's got some things she has to do. I think she's still on vacation with her family. So I'm just going to have her share with you guys real quick. So, Jessica, you should be able to unmute and take it away, my friend.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
I'm actually in the pool at the beach. The
Oh,
ocean is very rough today, so we're in the pool. So thanks for having me. Before I get started, I just want to share that this is the first time in my entire life I've ever been on vacation without a credit card. Right? The house, like we went to Busch Gardens for 3 days and the beach for 7 days, like all of it. Vacation is expensive. I mean, life is expensive. And because of Michelle, and because of what she saw in her vision to help us make money online, here we are. Sorry, my earbud keeps probably because of my ear. Let's just take that out. Can you still hear me if I take that out?
perfect.
Okay, good. Thank you. Sorry. Um, so the beauty of this is you can take it anywhere. I had a $3,000 day yesterday or $4,000. I can't even remember. It was insane. And I was at the beach in the ocean and swimming and like at the candy store because I've only been to the candy store 4 times since I got here because candy is life. Sorry, let's get in a call there. Let me get rid of it. So I was the skeptic. If you're new and you've just followed and just got on here or whatever, like that, I was like, there's no way people can make money digitally. Like I come from house parties. I come from like Pampered Chef parties and Mary Kay parties and lugging your stuff into people's houses. So to make this kind of money electronically was, it wasn't me. There's just no way someone like me could do that. That's what I thought. And I watched for a long time. I researched for a long time. I bought 5 other digital things because I thought, oh, well, what they have is best. Well, if I put that in my bio, I'll make a lot of money. And nothing has the mentoring like Legacy Builders. And no one mentors and pours into us like Michelle. So I live in a double wide trailer in West Virginia in a holler, which is a valley. If you don't know what a holler is, my Wi-Fi, you got to pump the sunshine in where I live. So, I've had obstacles, but being a skeptic and the image of you had to look a certain way or have a big following was what I thought. I just didn't think people like me could make that kind of money online until I met Michelle. So, I just urge you to plug into her because I come from like MLM, all the things, I've always had a second job, waiting tables, always, always had to have something in my back pocket to make ends meet. And now we have 4, 5, $7,000 days because of Michelle's mentoring. So I just literally like just plugged in, did everything she says. I don't have a mentor. Michelle is my mentor, and she's taught us to have $20,000 months. So I don't want to keep you long because I know lots of people want to talk. I just wanted to come on and say, like, listen to the person that brought you here. Listen to Michelle because it's a different society now. It's a different world. We live in an electronic world, and this is literally a class that will teach you how to make money from every platform that you have. And she pours into us every day. It's changed my life. And to all the Lord, I give the Lord all the credit and Michelle because she's very selfless. And yeah, I just wanted to say thanks.
Oh, well, thank you. And I'm so excited for you. Isn't that awesome? You're on vacation and you have a four or $3,000 day. I mean, that's passive income.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I love your tan, by the way.
Oh yeah, we've been on vacation for 7 days, so it's time to go home tomorrow, back to reality.
Well, have fun, my friend, and thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Oh, I love it. You guys, that's it right there. That's passive income right there. Live and prove how this business works so well. So let's dive into the 5-step blueprint to passive income online. Okay, you guys, step 1, it's all about what you're promoting, right? So you got to promote a product or a program that is in high demand. Yeah, there's a lot of really good products out there, but I'm going to share with you the difference of a good product to something that is actually in high demand. So just like Jessica said, the world is going digital, right? No matter where you go, people are on their phone. So the digital goods economy, you guys, is a gigantic $950 billion market. In 2019, just alone the e-learning industry in 2019 did $950 million for 1 year. By 2023, it was averaging $1 billion a day. So what it used to take an entire year to do now is doing in 1 day. And it averages right now, the first quarter of 2024, it was 1.2 billion a day. But you guys, it's projected to hit 3 billion a day by 2030. 27. There is so much money to be made in this industry. So why not you? It just makes sense. Okay, so the next part I want to talk to you about, when you promote something that's digital, you can make 100% profit. You know what that means, right? All of the time and energy you put into it goes back into your pocket. So let me give you a little perspective of that. Let's say you have a $900 product. That is our number one selling product. You make 100% profit, which means you put $900 in your pocket when somebody buys from you. So let's say you're looking at affiliate marketing or network marketing. You're going to make on average 25% profit, which means you have a product that's $900. That means you guys are only putting $225 in your pocket. Put in the chat for me, what makes more sense? Get one customer and making $900, or getting one customer and making $225? Now, here's the next part. Many people are like, but Michelle, I really like this lip gloss. I really want to sell this lip gloss. Well, what? You're going to average $9 when somebody buys a lip gloss from you. So what makes more sense? Get one customer for $9, one customer for 900, or one for 225. That's why a lot of people can't wrap their head around what Jessica just said. She goes, Michelle has taught us how to have 20K months, because you're selling a product that you make 100% profit. So if you want to make $900 and you're an affiliate marketer, you're going to need to get 4 customers. If you are selling like a lip gloss or something that's a low ticket, you're going to need 100 customers, you guys, to make $900. That's the difference. This is what we're sharing with you today, how you can make 100% profit. So you're going to work smarter instead of harder, and it's paid directly into your bank account, and you can learn and earn at the same time. You're going to be learning a skill, learning a digital marketing strategy, while you can be earning an income at the same time, and you can sell something that is actually helping others. So basically, you get to make an income by making an impact. Now, what's the next step? The next step is we're gonna have to get your time back. So the next is stop trading time for dollars. So what that means is you have 2 ways of getting a customer. You go finding a customer by talking to somebody and sharing the information over and over, or you can do like what Jessica shared with you, how she's had a 3 or 4K day, all passive income while she's on vacation, because she has her business on autopilot, right? She learned how to automate her business, which is step 2. And so what automations looks like is pages like this that are literally out there working for us 24/7. So let me explain. People discover these pages online. They want to learn more about the blueprint. They put their email in. It immediately takes them to this video. They get to hear all of the information, and then immediately takes them to this. They get that inside their email. You guys, these 3 pages are literally out there working for us 24/7. That is how we no longer have to trade time for dollars. That is how you create a passive income stream. So now that your business is on autopilot, what do you need to do next? How do you get those pages discovered, right? And this is where we do classified ads. Do you guys realize you can copy and paste free ads to high traffic websites for free? I need to share this with you. I was so excited to do the copy and paste free ads method because I'm an introvert. And so that was the coolest thing ever. I could spend 30 minutes a day copy and pasting free ads, but I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't understand that not only posting a free ad, that it was going to also build my YouTube channel, because what I did is I did post a YouTube video inside of it, because I do understand the power of video. Do you guys realize, because I did one thing, which was post free ads for 30 minutes a day, I'm now monetized on YouTube, which means I'm making an income from YouTube. So doing one activity has generated an additional income stream. So 2 additional income streams by doing one activity. It just made sense to me. Now, the other way is through social media. You guys can't go anywhere in today's world today without seeing somebody on social media. There's over 5 billion people on social media now. Also, when you promote something that's digital, the entire world is your customer base. So that is something else I loved, is the fact that I was not limited. So like, I can do a post on social media and somebody in South Africa can discover it and they can buy from me. It's not just limited to my country. That is huge. That literally allows the ocean to literally be your entire customer base. Now, there's 5 billion people on social media. So how do you stand out? Which I call it, how do you stop the scroll? How do you get other people to want to watch your videos? Now, I do got to share this with you because if you just got a big lump in your throat, like, oh, Michelle, you mean I have to create videos to make an income? I'm going to share with you, there's what's called a faceless marketing strategy where you can not talk on videos and build a very successful brand that way as well. I do have a gal that she is doing this to make an extra 300 a month, and all she does is make posts. She uses Facebook, and she's never done a video. She has no desire to do a video. She just is really good at storytelling in her content on social media, and she's averaging anywhere from 3 to 900 or 6 to 900 a week. And this was the first, last Christmas was the first Christmas she was able to take her family on vacation, the first time they left their state and the first time they'd ever been on an airplane. And she's never done a video. So yes, depends on the income you want to make, but it's just all about social media, right? So how do you stop the scroll? Well, this is where you get to know who your perfect customer is. And you use stop the scroll hooks. This is what we teach you inside our program. And you do what's called the CTA. That's a call to action. And that goes back to your automated sales process, which I call it your freedom machine, because it's just going to be freely out there working for you 24/7. And by the way, this is what you learn inside the Legacy Builder program. So let's just recap real quick. Step 1, promote a product and make 100% profit. Step 2, automate your business so it's out there working for you 24/7. Step 3, get your business discovered so you don't have to find customers or follow up or bother friends and family or live in DMs to make your income. We show you attraction marketing and attract people to your automated sales process. Step 4, stand out by relating with your content, which sends people back to your automations. So what's next? What would step 5 be? It's a new customer because your automations did the rest of the work for you. So let me break down how to make 900 a day with this 5-step blueprint. You guys realize if you learn the skills and strategies to attract one customer a day to you, one customer a day is 900 a day, which is $328,000 a year. Do you realize if you learn this and you made $328,000 a year in 3 years, you are a self-made millionaire? How awesome is that? 5 billion people on social media, and all you need is one a day to discover you and want to buy from you. So let's break that down. On average, inside my community, when 20 people put their email in, on average, 1 out of 20 are buying. So with that being said, all you need is 20 people to discover your automated sales process through posting free ads or through your social media post. And that is 900 a day. And that's what we focus on. You actually have something to focus on. When you get this system working for you, it is way more predictable than a job. Look at all the people being laid off right now. Look at all of the companies closing some of their stores. That means there's thousands and thousands of people that didn't expect to lose their job, have lost their job. Automations, the digital world isn't going anywhere. So you want some freedom and security in your life, you can find that with an automated sales business. Now, you might be thinking, but Michelle, I don't know anything about digital marketing. How do I get 20 people a day to subscribe? I'm going to cover with you exactly how to do that, right? Because you don't know anything about promoting programs. You don't know anything about sales funnels, social media marketing, stop to scroll content, how to track 20 people a day without talking to anybody. That is why, you guys, you can go watch free videos all day long, but you need a step-by-step process, right? And that is what we do inside the Legacy Builder program. It's no different than anything. If you were going to go build a home, you would get a blueprint and you would have a contractor and you would follow that step by step. And that's exactly what we do with the Legacy Builder program. So I just want to cover that with you real quick. So when you get the Legacy Builder program, you get a complete training system that walks you through step by step. You're going to get the ultimate discovery system. You're going to learn how to build your brand even faceless branding, if you like, how to copy and paste free ads. You're going to learn how to use social media to attract customers to you. You're also going to get the Your Invisible Empire. It's a complete 72-page PDF plus a training I did on it, plus a Q&A as well. Plus, you get to be part of our amazing community. You guys, we have 37,000 people inside our community. We host our community inside School, which is SKOOL, and we are the #1 community in School. It's not because we're the biggest, by the way, it's because we have the most engagement. So why am I telling you that? Because yes, you're going to be in business for yourself and make 100% profit, but you're not going to be in business by yourself. You literally have 37,000 other like-minded entrepreneurs just like you that are going to be here to help you build a very successful business. Now, real quick, before I go on, I want to introduce you to someone that has actually never shared before, and I'm really excited for you to hear her story. And I'm looking for her and I don't see her. Oh my goodness. Karen, if you're on here, message me real quick. Okay, so Tim, I'm gonna let you take it away because I just kind of talked about
Here we
being
go.
laid off, right? It's happening a
Oh,
lot right now in the world. You experienced that, but what I love about your story is you've had zero experience in anything digital or online or anything. So can you share your story real quick?
yeah. Hi, Michelle. And guys, welcome. I'm so excited to be here today, and really just share my story. My story is probably very different than what you'll hear. There's a lot of moms on here. But I will share something. I come from the corporate world. I helped created a company that went from 300 stores to 1,000 stores in retail. That is my background. And they actually, like Michelle says, you have specific companies in retail that are closing the doors every day. But I didn't know it was going to happen to me because my role at my company that I worked with was very impactful. Again, we started and built a company from 300 stores to over 1,000 stores. And that's what I was hired to do. Well, obviously, they came into my office one day and they said my role had been eliminated. Shocked, overwhelmed, surprised, like you cannot believe, defeated. Um, Ego and pride was just like, how could you do this to me? And then really the other thing that emotions that went through my head is, wait a minute, I've been with you for 25 years. Helped you go from 300 retail stores to 1,000 in categories, and you're telling me you don't have a need for me. I know I'm not the only one that felt that way. However, I'm also a dad of 5 amazing children. I'm about to celebrate my 32nd year of marriage to my best friend and my beautiful bride, and I get to go golfing every day. I started this business 17 months ago. And the thing about my story is it's not like everybody else's. I just knew that I didn't want to go back to another corporate job. I live in California. I was flown around the country, 5, 6 different states to get hired and, to other companies. Every time I got back on that plane coming home, even though I was offered a couple roles, and these were, if you're in the corporate world, these were the roles. Like these were not sure, these were the roles that you're basically running a company. And what I realize is after 25 years, my schedule of leaving California Monday morning, flying on a plane to somewhere in the United States, and not coming home until Friday morning. There's a lot of people in corporate America, you can relate to these roles. Now, I will share with something with you. When I would get back from these interviews, as great as they were, I just realized one thing. My wife, who I always say is my queen, and I always say she's my best friend, is because she kept me looking like a hero in front of my kids because I was never there. And as I grew older in this corporate job, thinking what we do, we go to school, get good grades, sit down, shut up, and listen. And I did all those things. And they still came into my office after 25 years being with a company at the age of 55 and said they didn't need me anymore. I think when you have those moments, and then along the way in my head, all the memories came back where my 2 oldest daughters said they hated me because I was never there. I didn't go to my baseball game. You didn't go to my softball game. Like, and they'd be mad. But then there's my wife saying, Daddy's not there. Hang in there. He'll be there. He'll make it. Don't worry. But they don't understand. So when I realized when I got on the plane from the interviews, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I've been home for 9 months and you don't realize one thing. There's a lot of you guys that go to a job that's high stressed and you just absorb it. You're just taking it in. But I will share something with you. I was home for almost 9 months, didn't work, and the decompression of the whole weight of the world that was on me was gone. And I got to know my wife again. I got to date my wife again. I actually got to hang out with my kids. My kids, like I can share two moments with you. I never went to the first day of school. I went to my son who's in high school. He started his freshman year last year. I got to go to his first day of school. I don't know if you guys went to your kids' first day of school, frightened, scared, and all those things that you're looking at like they're hanging onto your leg with dear life, or you're squeezing your hand with dear life, that you're trying to pry them off of you. I never got to experience that. And I know that your dads, you need to experience that because they need you just as much as they need mommy. And now I'm in a position where I got to go to my son's school. And the crazy thing is, there was one other dad there. And the comment he made, he goes, wow, at least I'm not the only one. That was a parent said that to me. And I'm like, and then there was some moms like, oh, who's your son or who's your child? And I'm like, John Hess, he's mine. He's, so proud to say it's my son, I'm so proud. But you don't realize the emotional thing is I get welded up right now because it's once you experience that, like, that there's such a relief, but the kids need you. I'll fast forward this. When I came and started this business, I said, you know what? I just prayed that it was what it says it was. For me being 55, they said there was mentoring and training and coaching. Well, I was 55. Okay, cool. I just hope it was what it says it is. Cool. Check that off. It was there. And you had to be coachable. But I never did an online business before. And I'm sitting there going like, I ran a freaking company. I can do this. It's online. There's all these other people. There's moms doing it. I got this. And here's the crazy thing is I did one thing. I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything. But here's the one thing. Here's this millionaire that's pouring her heart into me, and I never took advantage of it. I did the mentoring calls, I did the coaching, but I never asked a question. Here's the crazy thing. This date is probably just as important as my children's birth and my wedding anniversary of 32 years now, July 20th. I finally got out of my introverted self and asked a question and said, I don't, I just feel like I'm on the verge of it. I know I'm doing this. Tell me what I need to do. And I think the key thing is it was exactly what I was looking for. I asked my mentor there and I made daily pay 4 days later after that call. And I mean, I'm almost at $300,000 after 17 months in this business. See, it wasn't overnight for me, but I will share something with you. It was that call was everything. So when I'm fortunate enough to do the same thing, which return the favor, as I call it, we sit there and we invite people to these webinars. You don't know what you're missing until you get in there. I would share with you, you're not taking a risk. The risk of you doing this business is the world can open up for you. The stress, the pressure of all what we need to do for, I'm just telling you, you could wake up in the morning. I went surfing. I live in California. My two sons went surfing. We go surfing now almost every Wednesday morning before school.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what your thing is, what your kids are. My relationship with my kids, I've gamed with my kids. Full transparency, I cannot stand gaming whatsoever, but they think I'm a hero and I'm actually okay at it. But these two fat fingers, but it's not the fat fingers. It's the moment when he said, my dad can play to his boys on the gaming system. It's that moment that I fight for every day. I would never do a corporate job ever again because you went to work every day sick, you showed up. You were not, I don't know, you just didn't feel like doing it. You showed up. See, this is showing up for me and my family. And it didn't go well in the very beginning. I have learned so many things to add more income streams into my home. You don't may not understand that yet, but I promise you, you get a check every 2 weeks or once a week. I can tell you, I have been paid for the last 120 days almost every day. I'm just sharing that with you. It's just you just have to learn the skill. So I could go on and on. There's so many blessings that are here. And I'll leave it on this note. In a corporate job, you have to put your armor on. You have to be somebody that you're not. I have woken up every day feeling more blessed than I could possibly imagine because I'm just Tim. I'm just Tim. My hair is longer than it's ever been since I think I was 15. I don't think it's ever been longer. And I have the hair color, and my kids think it's the coolest thing. And people are like, what does your dad do? And then people go, I don't know, but he's always around now. And you should see their faces. Like, I want that for you. Like, I know you're gonna have to probably do something different. I want it for you. I can only share you my experience, and I've talked way too long, but I'm just saying it's been the best for me. And I know if you just plug in, I know you can do it.
Somebody put in the chat, so how much have you made since you've been in the community?
We're just under $300,000 after 17 months. And I'd made no money for the first 3.5 months.
And that's golfing almost every day
I golf almost every day.
and relationship back with your family.
It's the, you know what, Michelle, it's the relationship.
Yes.
I mean, it's the it's not, it's just a relationship. My daughter laid on my back. I always say the story from last year football season. It was the Eagles against Dallas, unfortunately, and game. And my daughter is 32 years old, and she lays down on my back like I'm a big stuffed teddy bear. And I'm like, "You're not 12. You are definitely heavier." But I wouldn't trade those moments. And it's the moments. It's not. We can talk about all the money in the world, but it's the moments. I have missed moments for 25 years. And it's just the way we're raised. Go to school, get good grades, work a job, have a career, settle down, retire. It's the moments. Fight for the moment, because I get up every day trying to fight to be happy, and I just want the moments. I'll do anything I can get to get one more moment with my child. I'll get one more date night with my wife, holding my wife's hand, making coffee in the morning, whatever that is for you. I just know what it is for me. That's why I would never have ever given up on this, ever. I would fight every day to train. I would fight every day to have one more chance to hold my wife's hand. You know, it's over. This is what this is about.
I love that so much. I'm so proud of you. So good.
I'm grateful for you, kiddo. Thank you. You know, you're everything to me. I appreciate you.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing. And you guys, again, he had no experience, right? So don't let no experience hold you back. You just got to be coachable. You just got to be willing to follow the process. We actually do 90-day video and 90-day runs inside our community, you guys, where every day you are equipped with a video. It's on average 5 minutes. That gives you an action step to help you get closer to your goal and dream. So let's talk about how much time this will take, because right, time is the most important thing to all of us, right? And mostly if you're working a lot and have family and a lot going on, you're like, how long is this going to take me? So let's cover that real quick. Let me break down the 2-hour income earning activity day. Our goal is to help you master getting your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day, right? That's what this is about. And the reason why that's possible is because your business is on autopilot. So it's always out there working for you. So you can only spend a few hours and get those income earning activities done. So let me break down the time with you. 30 minutes on copy and pasting free ads to high traffic websites for free. And then 3 pieces of content. You get to pick the platform. On average, about 1 hour. That's the goal. Can you get those completed in 1 hour? See, this is why I chose TikTok, because it was the easy button, because I could do a 5-second video on TikTok, a 45-second video, and a 1-minute video and get them done and be done with for the day, right? And the next is about 30 minutes learning, responding to comments, and responding to emails. So that is your income earning activities, because the copy and paste free ads, the 3 pieces of content, and the responding to comments and emails drives traffic back to your freedom machine, your automated sales process. Now, Amy, you guys, she actually had earned 100,000 in her first 9 months working 2 jobs. She was able to walk away from both of those jobs. So what I want to do real quick is unmute or stop sharing and have Amy come on and share her story. She can probably relate to a lot of you guys that work a lot. So Amy, I'll let you take it away.
Absolutely. Welcome, everyone. And really, I am here to talk to you that may be a single parent or just overworked, mom or dad. and you just really, really want your time back, because that was my existence. That was my reality. And it just came down like a ton of bricks on me as a divorced single mom of 3 kids. One job wasn't enough. So I got a second job, and I found myself working over 70 hours a week for 3 years straight. I was burned out. I was pissed off at the world every day. I just was not living a good life. I was not. I was just existing for my children. And I knew there had to be more. I really did. But I didn't know how, right? And here's the thing, I wasn't even on social media. And my daughter so happened to beg me and put me on TikTok so I could watch her dance. And I found Michelle's video. And even though I knew nothing about social media or even the online world at all, right? I didn't have time for that. I'm working 18-hour days. There was no way, right? I still did the research, and there was something that told me this was for me, even though I knew nothing, that I could fit this in throughout my 18 hours a day and being a single mom. And that was 15 months ago. I am telling you that when I purchased this 15 months ago, I was scared. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I had enough time, all of the things that we tell ourselves. But I also knew that if something didn't change in my life, nothing would ever change. And I would continue working 18 hours a day. I would continue losing my relationship with my children because I never seen them. Something had to give. And it was the legacy builder that changed my life. And I know that sounds very cliche, but as a woman that was struggling for many years, I'm here to tell you that if you can find a couple of hours throughout your day, and you just 30 minutes here, 40 minutes here, and you watch the trainings, you plug into that community, and you do it step by step. You watch a 5-minute video and you start implementing exactly what you're told to do, it can happen for you too. Plug in, be consistent, show up every day, be committed to it, and it will pan out for you if you're willing to open your mind to something different, something new, and you make it your priority to get out of that job, to give more to your family. Listen, in 10 weeks, I was able to quit both of those jobs. As somebody that knew nothing about any of this at all, I was in the trucking industry for over 20 years. I waitressed nights, weekends, and holidays. Okay. I wasn't even on social media. So I had to learn everything from the ground up while I was still working so much. So if you give yourself the opportunity, we can give it to you. You got to meet us halfway, right? You got to plug in. But listen to me. Okay. Yes, I hit my first 6 figures in 9 months, and 2.5 of those months I was still working. If I can do this, anybody can do this. At this point in the juncture, I've made multiple 6 figures now. I have 10 streams of income that are generating me daily, weekly, monthly. I've never in my life had a savings like this. I have no debt. And more than anything out of all of it, taking the money out of it, I got my family back. I got my relationship back with my children. And that's why I started this. I now work from home. I now can jump in the car and go do whatever I want, when I want, because I know that this done for you system is going to be out there working for me. And it can be working for you too. So stop telling yourself you can't do videos and you can't do it because it's going to take too much time and you don't have enough time. There's time. There's time. You will find it. Turn the internet off, turn the Netflix off, put the phone down. You got time. I promise you do. But more than anything, just make your why about you and make your why about your family and quit building somebody else's dreams. You deserve it. You really do. Thank you,
Yes.
Michelle.
Oh, I love that. And share with them what you just did with your daughter. That is probably one of my favorite stories.
Oh my gosh. Like my daughter has always said she wanted to go to law school, you guys, and that freaked me out because I knew I couldn't afford it. There was no way I could afford it. Long story short, I was able to pay for her college. Okay. She just graduated high school. Everything is paid for. I was able to rent her her own apartment, fully furnish it, do all of that. I would have never been able to give her that. And I didn't want to take that opportunity away from her. I didn't. So she has all of that. These are the things you're going to get from this. It's those kind of things that matter. Absolutely. I could cry every time I talk about it.
You know, that's what I love about this because you guys, the money is just that byproduct to
Yep.
give us what we've always dreamed of being able to provide for our family and
Yep.
giving us that pressure off of us. I mean, don't you feel good not having that pressure of jobs?
I literally say this all the time. I wake up with a smile on my face every day now. I used to lay in bed and immediately pissed off. I didn't want to get up and I would be either sick to my stomach or I'd be white knuckling it all the way to work because I just knew I was going to be miserable. And I haven't felt rage, hate, mad, nothing in well over a year. It's
Mm.
just amazing. It's
That's
amazing.
worth everything right there. Yes.
It is.
Somebody had made a comment, and I want to ask you this because I think you're the best person to answer this because you had 2 jobs. You've never been in the digital space. They said, is it going to be hard for me to learn?
Absolutely not. And I would say, of course, I was worried about that, right? Because I knew nothing. But because it's bite-sized pieces of information, you'll listen to a 5 or 6 minute video and then just implement step by step. So it's not 5 hours of a training and then you got to try to do everything. No, we little by little by little every day you just do something different and you can ask questions. It's live mentorship. So you get to ask those questions that you need to know right now. And I think that makes all the difference. It really does.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yes.
Now,
Thank you,
before
guys.
I break down with you guys what the Legacy Builder program is and how you can get up to 4 income streams immediately while you build on other income streams, like Amy shared with you what she's done, I want to take it over to South Africa real quick because when Cecilia discovered this, you guys, she was working a lot as well. So Cecilia, I'll let you take it away, my friend.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're very, very well. So I'm Cecilia Jacobs, and I'm all the way from South Africa. And I used to stay in this very little, small town. And I first had a daycare. I had a daycare for 10 years because I was one of those jealous mamas that just really didn't want to hear from the day mother anymore how my baby smiled, how my baby turned over. But I'm also an angel mummy. So I've got 2 little boys up in heaven, meaning that for me, time was extremely crucial to have with my daughter. And I had that daycare center for 10 years until it started taking time away from my daughter, where it was like, I couldn't be the mom that pictures up for the tuck shop. I couldn't sit next to the sports field. I couldn't do the things that my daughter needed me for at that time. And I decided to sell my daycare center and then COVID hit. So I started learning skills online because I was so tired of watching Netflix and Disney and all of those things. And I started learning the skills online to open up my salon as soon as COVID was done. which made me fall in love with the e-learning industry, the comfort of not needing to leave my home to go and learn something, not needing to leave my daughter behind. And I opened up my salon. I honestly thought by opening up this salon that I would have more time. I would be able to control my time. But I was dead wrong. So I ended up drowning in debt, having debt collectors phoning me more than my mama did, and then also drowning in no time. I found myself rushing to pick my daughter up from school, rushing back home, snapping at her because I was busy, I was overworked. I literally worked 15 hours a day, 6 freaking days a week. So there went my illusion of having more time, right? And I started going to YouTube University to find all these free ways to make money online. I don't know if any of you have ever been there. So I attended YouTube University. I tried a few things, but I literally never made any money. And I remember the one day when I had a bridal party at my salon, and I had Bridezilla there, and I was busy and I was working, and I had to rush between 1 and 2 to go pick up my daughter from school. But when I got there, she was 5 minutes late. And because I was busy, because I was that busy, and when she came out, I could see she's a little bit teary, but she was late. I was in a hurry. I was overworked, and I snapped at my child. But I immediately felt the mom guilt, because this was not what I wanted. This was not what I envisioned, having, the type of time with my only child. And I remember going home that day, and that bridal party that I had at my salon was there until close to 9 o'clock that evening before they left. Now, teenagers, give them a phone, give them a bedroom, and they're happiest. But that evening, when I sat at that nail station, as I looked up, I could see my daughter fell asleep on the couch, meaning that she waited for me. She needed me that day. She walked to my car that day with tears in her eyes because she needed me. I snapped at her, and for the rest of the day, I didn't see my child. And that was where I realized, something needs to give. YouTube University ain't helping me. All those free things that I've been trying online that hasn't paid me out but took my time wasn't helping me. And the next morning I came across Michelle O'Neill's post. So you've heard I'm sitting in South Africa and she's right across the world. So what are the odds, right? And I came across her post that morning and I was like, I wish this would work in South Africa. And then the next minute I'm like, no, let's stop wishing. What if this works in South Africa? My friend and I entered my name into that automated system that she's going to, this is a magic potion. This is a freedom machine. I entered my email address in there and I started receiving information, and I jumped onto a webinar like this and I saw the 2-hour workflow, and I was amazed at how simple this could be, because I was so used to working so hard, being broke, that it was almost impossible for me to understand that you can do this in 2 hours and make this type of money. So 6 weeks, fast forward 6 weeks into this business, I literally woke up one morning to my very first sale. And then about 2 hours later, I got another $300 ding. So that $300 ding I was receiving while doing somebody's nails. I knew at that stage that, I was going to work 2 hours and 20 minutes on those nails for 280 South African rands, which is almost nothing. And a $300 ding came in, which in our currency is over 5,000 rand, which, because of the automated system that I've set up with this business, I didn't need to do anything. I didn't need to put in extra work. I didn't need to do anything for that $300. And at that minute, I realized that this is gold. So within 3 months of starting this business, I was completely out of debt. By month 4, I could buy a new car. I bought a new car without asking the bank to help me, without asking a dealer to help me. I could do it cash with money that I made from this business. 5 months in, my friend, I could flip my zip code. I moved from Little Messina, where I was stuck in for so many years, right up to Jeffreys Bay, looking out over the ocean every single day. Last year, 2 days after Christmas, when most people are sitting and worrying about January, that's got 31 months of its own, 2 days after Christmas, I paid my child's school fees for the whole year. Where 6 months before that, I could barely afford anything. So I just want to tell you something. If you're sitting on the other side and you're still contemplating on, is this worth it? I have seen people's lives flip. I have seen moms going from 2-minute noodles for dinner because they couldn't afford anything else to literally turning into millionaires. I literally made my first million within 7 months of this, and my jaw dropped. It was like, is this possible? Is it really, really possible? It's 15 months later. I still work 2 hours a day. I don't have that salon anymore. I don't work 15 hours a day anymore. I get to spend my time with my daughter. I get to invest my time into my child. I get to live the life that where I used to sit and think there's got to be freaking more to life than this. I get to live that part of there is more to life than just this. There's way more to life than living hand to mouth, than all work, no play. Way more. So I am so honored to sit here tonight. And I just still want to say, Michelle, thank you for showing up that day, my friend, because you know what? Me coming across that post and the lives that I've been seeing changed since then in South Africa is just the most amazing thing ever. Ever. This is just, it's life-changing. And I love to see what it's busy doing for people in our country, for people across the world, for mums and dads that like them, gets to date their wives again and gets to see their children going to school. It is just amazing. And it's so worth your time. It's so worth your time.
That's what I love, Cecilia, because like you said, I'm just a gal in Kansas who just followed the blueprint and did my content every day. And because of the way the algorithms work with social media, it pushed my video to South Africa. You discovered it. And now there's what, 10
South
self-made
African millionaires.
millionaires.
And that's not even all the six-figure earners in our currency, because there's countless South African six-figure earners. These 10 millionaires is like the cherry on the cake. But it is just amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's so life-changing to experience, all because of following the steps and the blueprint. So
2 hours, 2 hours. I mean, and I literally, when I started this, was in the nooks and crannies of my day. The 30-minute copy and pasting I did in the evenings after working 15 hours a day. I did that quickly before going to bed. And it completely changed my life.
love it so much. I'm so proud of you. What an impact. Okay, guys, we're going to keep on going because I'm going to have someone else share from South Africa as well. And her story is absolutely amazing. So how do you get started? And what happens once you get started? Let's cover that. So when you get started with the Legacy Builder program, you immediately get the resale rights on all 4 of the programs. So you can be learning and earning at the exact same time. So you're going to learn how to promote products and make 100% profit. You're going to learn how to automate your business. You're going to learn our discovery method, just like that. Look, Cecilia in South Africa discovered my video and I'm a gal in Kansas. You're going to learn exactly how that is possible. You're going to learn how to relate in your content to attract your perfect customers to you. You're going to learn step by step what you need to do daily to make daily pay. And you're going to learn the strategies to make $900 a day, which is $328,000 a year. So let me ask you this question, put in the chat. Are you ready to earn passive income on autopilot that comes in month after month because of the work, or day after day because of the work you did one time? And that's what we love. Now, when you get started today, you're going to get additional bonuses. You're going to be part of our digital growth community. You're going to get our Canva crash course. So if you want to build a faceless business, you're going to learn how to do that using Canva. You're also going to be able to attend live this bonus in September. And the reason why it's done live is because people wanted to be able to ask questions. So you get the ability, if you get started today, to attend that live. And I'm going to break down the strategies that I took to go from 1 million around my family or in 17 months. And then at the very end, I'm going to open up for Q&A and answer any questions that you guys have to give you the guidance that you need to reach your goal, whatever that is, 5 figures or 6 figure, or if you want to be a self-made millionaire. We are going to cover that live in September. And then you get a 30-day market strategy plan. You guys, I wasn't even on TikTok in August of 2022. I got on TikTok in September of 2022, and that is the 30-day market strategy growth plan I used to go from 0 to 6 figures in 6 months. You're going to learn how to have your own online business with master resale rights and exactly what that is. You're going to get 200 digital product ideas. So if you want to have your own product, service, or program, you're going to learn how to have that. You're also going to get the mindset, message, and marketing to your first million. And you're going to get your invisible marketing training as well to build that faceless brand. So you get all of these bonuses today, and you guys get access to all of that for $900. But here's a very important part. This is an interactive program. Just like when you go to college, it's interactive. You have professors to help you in college. Well, you have 5, 6, and 7-figure digital marketers to help you reach your goals and dreams. It's an interactive program, live calls and interactive. We stay on and get your questions answered. You get all of that for $900, plus the ability to get the resale rates on these and make, like if you sold this, and this, one of each a day, that's $1,900 a day that you can make. Now, if that is not in your budget or not in your goal or dream, that's okay. We have a digital mastery for $600. You still get the resale rights, 3 income streams. The passive daily pay blueprint, you still get 2 income streams. And even the launch pad, you still get 1 income stream. Now, what happens, you guys, is the person that shared this with you, they have sent you an email, right? Just go back to that email, and it was to let you know that this was going on. Scroll to the very bottom of that email, and you're going to see a PS. When you go to that, that is to their website. Scroll to the very bottom. You can see all 4 of the programs, right? Get the one that is best for your goals and dreams. So what we want you to do is once you get started, come back on here and share with us that you're getting started. We want to be the first to welcome you to our amazing community and help you make these last 4 months the best 4 months of 2024. So Lizelle, I'm going to let you take it away and share your story, because I know this has dramatically changed your life, and I love your story. So I'll let you take it away, my friend.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. You know what's so lovely about being on a webinar is it just reminds me every single time why I can be so grateful to get daily pay on automation. I just had a $900 sale while sitting on this webinar. Isn't that amazing? To get on the phone with anyone. This is what I absolutely love about this business. My name is Lizelle, for those of you who don't know me. I am just a normal mother that was so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I was divorced many years ago. Although I got remarried, I had to look after my older 2 children, and varsity fees were coming up. They were getting older, and when COVID hit, things were going so hectically financially for us that I decided to resign my full-time corporate job in the MLM industry, because you know what? I was just tired of giving all my time for someone else. During COVID, I was sitting in front of a laptop while my kids were sitting next to me in the room, and I couldn't see them because my boss was saying, Lizelle, you get paid. You better be in front of your laptop. I'm going to watch you. I decided to leave my job, and much like Cecilia, what I did was I went online. I did some beauty courses, opened a little beauty salon. I just did what I knew how to do. For me, it looked easy. I was like, let me do that, because I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I was now tired of people dying around me, but my boss still breathing down my neck, so wanting work to be done, and my kids were missing out on me. And I remember the one day I was having this beauty salon, and I was doing extremely well in everyone's eyes because I was so freaking busy. People were waiting 2 weeks for an appointment to get with me because I was so busy. But guess what? I wasn't making the right money. I wasn't making enough. And for me to be able to make more money, I had to work more. And my breaking point came the one day when my child came from school, I've got 3 children, and she came from school, and she handed me a letter from the school that I saw she already read. And in this letter, it said, she's not allowed to come back to school if I don't pay the school fees. Now, that day was my breaking point. From that day on, I was like, I'm not going to wait for something to happen. I'm not going to wait to win the lotto. I am going to do something about my situation. I need to find something else. So what I did was I scrolled online, and I would put a 1 in the comments if you've been scrolling online looking for a way to make an income, because I knew online was the future. I knew everything was going online. If it wasn't for COVID, we wouldn't get our groceries delivered to our door, right? But if I told you in COVID, there's going to be that app that you're going to download on your phone, and you're going to be able to get your groceries delivered to your door, you would have probably said to me, oh, Lizelle, that sounds too good to be true. Well, we're doing it right now. We are very comfortable with online shopping, right? So I knew online was the way to go. I just had no clue how to do it. And this one day, this beautiful woman stepped into my beauty salon, and she booked like over 13,000 Rand worth of treatments. And I'm like, hey, I live in a small town. How are you making your money? And she said to me, digital marketing. Now, when she said that, I was like, okay, tell me more. What is it? I had absolutely no clue what it was, but she was definitely making the money. I could see it, and I wanted to know how she was doing it. And she said 2 words that was like music to my ears. She said, I follow a 2-hour workday. Those 2 words, 2-hour workday, was, it hit me. And I'm like, this is something that I want to be involved in. I want to do something like this. Because here's the thing, I didn't have time. Now, a lot of people have it. I didn't. I was working full time. I had my kids, 3 kids. Being girls is a lot to handle as it is. And you guys that are married, you know, marriage takes work. So I used to get home at night, not having energy left for my family, not seeing my children, because I was always working and still not making enough money. So I asked this, it was Cecilia that I bought from, and I asked her, okay, tell me more about it. And she gave me her website address, and I put my email in, and she invited me to a webinar like tonight. And I remember sitting on that webinar, and I remember hearing Amy's story. If this woman that worked 2 jobs can make time to change her life, then I can do it. Then I can definitely do this. And I remember it took me 3 weeks to save up for the money. Now, where there's a will, there's a way, my friend. If you want to make a change in your life, it's up to you. It wasn't up to Cecilia that day for me to make the change and take action. It was up to me. I wanted to change my future. I was ready for a change. But one thing was, for me, was that I didn't want to recruit. So when I found out on this webinar that you're going to learn attraction marketing, which means I don't have to recruit, I don't have to phone after people, I don't have to bother friends and family, I was like, man, this sounds good. Write me up. So I absolutely loved it, because I started with a 0 following on TikTok, guys. I was barely on social media that time. I started with a 0 following, had absolutely no clue how this business worked. And I made 1 million South African Rand in 6 months doing this. So if you were worried about, oh, I have to have a following, oh, I have to have this and this and this, and take it from someone that had to Google what digital marketing meant, take it to someone that was already busy. I wasn't looking for more work. I was just looking for a better life. And never in my entire life did I think in 5 weeks I would leave my full-time beauty salon, because you know what? I knew I found something different. I knew I found a way to work smarter or not harder. Because let me ask you today, why are you working? You're working because you want to make a living. But I'm sure work is not the first priority. If you lie on your deathbed, you're not gonna say, I wish I worked more. You're gonna say, I wish I spent more time with my kids. I wish I got to know them better. I wish I had more family time, right? This is why we work. And this is just a way to work smarter and not harder. And I was thinking today, because someone actually asked this on my live this morning, and they asked me, what would you say if you look back? What advice would you give yourself when you started? And I said, without a doubt, I would have not worried about what other people think of me, because I was so freaking worried about what people were going to think of me when I started putting my face out there and talk about this program, what they were going to think of me. Because if I didn't care, I would have my first sale in the first couple of days. I can promise you that. But I had my first sale at 4 weeks. And from there on, I'm very close to my 2nd million now, which is so freaking awesome, because you learn how to build an email list inside you. You learn how to nurture your leads. You learn everything. You don't absolutely have to know nothing about digital marketing. So, Oh, one thing, I actually made a note here because I saw the questions in the comment box. You know, if 1 million in 6 months makes you scared or it sounds too good to be true, you don't have to make 1 million. You don't have to go for 1 million. I didn't go for 1 million because to me it all sounded too good to be true. I was like, I just needed 20,000 Rand a month. That's about $1,000 a month. I was happy. If I could make that, I was happy. Well, when I made it by the 5th week, I was like, bye salon, happy digital marketing. This is my new life. And like Cecilia said, once you start seeing the impact that you are now having on other people, when you start getting the phone calls, Lizelle, thank you so much for showing up that day. When you get the emails, oh my goodness, Lizelle, I can pay rent this month without having to worry about checking my bank account. It's so amazing because we can always make money. But when you change lives in the process, it's a whole different ball game. And it's such an honor to sit on a webinar and tell you this, guys, because just about 7 months ago, I was sitting on that side thinking, oh my goodness, these stories are amazing. Will I be able to do this? Can this work for me? And this is so much more than you could ever expect. So amazing. Thank you, Michelle, for all you do for us. You are just amazing.
Thank you. I love your story. And it's so awesome to see, just your vision and everything change and what's happening in South Africa. So just thank you for being you. And it's an honor to work with you. Let me just say that. So thank you.
Thank you.
So one of the questions I seen, somebody said, what are all of the expenses? Such a great question. So when you purchase your program, you are either going to launch your business with the Legacy Builder program for $900 or launch your business with the Digital Mastery for $600 or launch your business with the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint for $300 or launch your business with the Launchpad. Okay. After you do that, you're immediately going to pay your $29 website fee to give you access to a pre-built website. You guys, you don't even got to worry about building a website. It's pre-built. All you're going to do, the website is plug in your domain. So you're going to want to, and the website is $29, right? So your program, $29. And then you are going to have a one-time fee or a website fee for your domain, which here in the US, if you get it through GoDaddy, it's like $1.99 to $3.99 for the entire year. And then you're going to want to get a professional email that's attached to that, which I think it's like $20 a year. After that, there's no monthly expenses. The automated sales process that I showed you, we give that to you. The funnel system at zero cost to you. The website, all you're going to do is connect your domain and your payment gateways. So when somebody buys, it goes into your bank account. And then you're going to also add a picture of you and a little paragraph. And it's connected and it's ready to go. You guys could launch your business today, have it up and going by this evening or tomorrow the latest if you want. So that's it. That was one of the things that was so important to me. And that was build a business with no monthly expenses. I actually built my business to 6 figures without it costing a dime. So good question on that. Now, what I want to do real quick, I don't even know if he can share real quick, is Daryl, are you available to share?
Oh, yes. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. I wasn't even expecting to share today, but listen to everybody else's testimonials. Guys, if y'all don't know who I'm Daryl Hanna, just an old country boy down here in Tennessee in the middle of everywhere between Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga, a couple hours from Memphis, originally from Missouri. So I just wanted to say you don't have to, I didn't come from money. I actually grew up in the projects and on welfare, if that makes any sense for anybody. So, but what I used to do, guys, I used to work a job as a welder for like 14 years at a job. I was a 3-time employee of the month. I was in a department where I was a head welder over six other people. And at this job, I was working just like a lot of you guys, 40 to 60 hours a week, 6-7 days a week, every Saturday, every Sunday, holidays, vacations, birthdays, you name it, just miserable, no life. I'm still struggling, behind on all my bills, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, like a lot of us. And so I just come into work on a regular Tuesday, just like any other day. And so they called me to the office. I get called to the office, and it's my lead and my supervisor and my supervisor's boss. And so, they come telling me that they're making some changes, and you know, they're deciding to go into another direction. So the department that I was over was getting moved. Now, you figure if somebody has been at a job for over a decade, you figure they would have seniority, because back in the day, if that happened, you had seniority, it would just put you somewhere else. You just take somebody else's spot. But I be telling people now, the way that the job market is going is becoming extinct. So that's why so many people are losing their jobs. And so now if you have seniority and they decide to move, they don't want to pay you. They don't want to pay you the money. They don't want to pay you health care. So to keep from doing that, they're going to let you go and they'll train somebody else with less experience. That they don't care. They're willing to do that, you know. So the days of having seniority is over. And I still thought I had seniority, being someone who was all about numbers, running all these numbers and 105, 10% welder and top welder. And so they couldn't move me. At least they told me that. And so myself, along with 6 other people, excuse me, I had to get let go. And so I guess the big thing for me is like once I got outside the gate, I was actually just in my car, because I think when you look back, you figure if you've been at a job for a long time, you figure you got seniority. You know, they give us pats on the backs. They tell us we're doing great. They come in once a month and have the top man will come in once a month and do this quarterly speech. And it's all just to keep you and inspire you to keep on working, being away from your family while they're spending all the time with their family and doing the things that you want to be doing, but you're not able to. And so I caught myself in the car crying, hurt. And because of that situation, it caused a lot of problems in my family. So I got separated from my family. I had to go stay in a homeless shelter for a little bit. I had to stay in my car for a little bit. But during those times, man, I just kept converting back to that job. And just I guess I was just telling myself, like, I had a hard time accepting the fact that what they done to me, they didn't think about my family. They didn't think about anything. It's like I was just a number. I was basically a full-time employee with a badge. And so I just told myself I didn't want to work for another job anymore. I just couldn't see myself doing that. And so, make a long story short, guys, I just came online. I heard about a lot of people making money online. I didn't know anything about the online space. I came online, I remember going to the library. I typed in looking for ways to make money, come across a couple of things. And so I came into the online space. And I want to say this too, Michelle. I don't know if I ever said this. Guys, when I first came online, I lived in a shelter. I was in a homeless shelter when I first made my investment and I came online, right? And so I did a couple of things. I did affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing, network marketing, not digital marketing, life insurance. I did everything. And so 8.5 months ago, I didn't even know what digital marketing was. You know, I didn't know what it was. And if I did, I guess it didn't register with me. And so I came across a post that a girl made on Facebook about a community and how she made $600 from her phone working 2 hours. I reached out to her. I checked out the information. It was a video of Michelle. I remember watching it. I checked out the information. I got on the website. I saw the website. I was looking at all the programs, and I was not the program. Sorry, I was looking at the community. Inside she had sent me the website itself, and I kept thinking like, wow, this is crazy. And so once I got to looking at everything, I basically told myself, I said, so this is what I've been missing in my business. And so what I ended up doing, guys, 48 hours after I got that information, I decided to join the program. And so once I joined the program, I got inside the community. And one thing that I love about the community was the fact of how welcoming everybody was, and which was something new for me. But to make a long story short, guys, I got plugged into the program. I started on January the 15th. So my first 2 weeks, I just jumped into the 2-hour workday, which is inside of the training. I started copying and pasting the ads on the high traffic websites. And my first 2 weeks, happened to make $5,000 those first 2 weeks. And so I realized that I was already onto something, because I never made $5,000 working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week as a welder. And so I just kept on plugging into the training, showing up on the webinars, showing up on the mentoring calls, just going through just trying to master 2-hour workday, watching people like Victoria, Michelle, and Amy and Tim, a lot of the people who were really, really doing well. And guys, I just kind of took off. And I think my first 5-figure month was March. I was my first breakout month. I made $38,000 in March. And that's when I realized that I was onto something. And again, you don't understand the power of this industry, because I didn't realize digital marketing was this massive as far as like the amount of income that you can make, which is $1 billion a day industry. And then the power of social media, and of course the blueprint itself. really just working around 2 hours a day, creating a couple pieces of content. And so I say this, guys, my first, I was able to hit my first 6 figures, even though when I joined, I said my goal is to make 6 figures by the end of December. I hit my first 6 figures in 112 days, so a little bit under 4 months, and working just about 2 hours a week. 2 hours a day. And then I went on and hit my second 6 figures right at the 8-month mark. So I've been doing this for about 8.5 months. And I'm about $12,000 earned since in my first 8.5 months. And when I joined, I didn't have a following. I wasn't even on TikTok. I didn't have no brand. I was just someone who was willing to be coachable and just follow exactly what Michelle had put together. And I'll say this, man, I do a lot of content. I'm right up the road from a really, really nice park with waterfalls, and I do a lot of my content there. Guys, there's just nothing like freedom. And when I say freedom, I'm just talking about like time freedom, like where you can just wake up and you don't have a boss. And it's crazy to me that I get to wake up knowing that I only have a 2-hour workday and I can do it anytime I want. I can do 30 minutes here, 5 minutes there, an hour here. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm showing up for my 2-hour workday and creating my content, I know that I'm going to attract customers because this is what we teach specifically in the training. And my customers are going to allow my content is going to attract customers, and my customers are going to come back to my automated system. That's going to drive traffic to the already done for you automated system that we get for free. And guys, it's going to do everything for you. So I just love this business model because it just allows you to get your 2 hours of income producing activities done. And then your business is just going to do everything for you. And you can just be out doing the things that you want to do because this is a high income skill that you're learning, which is marketing, content creating, how to attract customers, building a brand. Just all things that you need that make up to build a successful online business. And the beauty of it is we can do all this around a 2-hour workday. So I know it's kind of hard sometimes to put our minds around that you can actually build a business working 2 hours a day, but you have to understand that this is an industry that makes over $1 billion a day. And it's an industry that brings in 5 billion people on social media, a platform that we're all on, the whole world is on. And I just want to say, guys, look here, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know what my income levels are going to be right now. I'm at about, actually, it's been kind of like a slow month for me because I'm right around about 19 grand just this month, which is great money, especially down here in Tennessee, but it's just crazy that what you can accomplish in this program if you just come in, don't try to reinvent the wheel, just follow what's already been put together and proven that Michelle has created. We're probably pushing close to 40 6-figure income earners. I think 10 millionaires, guys, there's a reason for that, and so I just encourage you guys, if you're on the fence, all you got to do is just get started. You only have a 2-hour workday. If an old country boy like myself, a single, one of 13 siblings, I grew up dirt poor, guys. It has nothing to do with where you're from, right? So I want you to get that concept out of your mind. If you can just follow a simple blueprint, come in, get plugged in, follow people like Michelle, Tim, Amy, just everybody, Lizelle, these are all people who are here to help you, not even including the community of what, 37,000 or something like that. So I just encourage you guys, man, if you're on the fence and you've been coming to these, just take that step. That's the only thing that's stopping you, because I'm telling you, once you understand and master these 2 hours, your life is not going to be the same. There's nothing like time freedom. You can't put a dollar amount on it, guys. So I know I've talked way longer than I'm probably supposed to, Michelle, but it's just crazy to me that how I can just wake up on a regular Friday, like today when I would typically be at work welding, and here I am yesterday I had a $2,100 day, which is just crazy. And I didn't even put those results in the community. I didn't even share that because I just been enjoying my life. But I just encourage you guys, if you're on the fence, just take that step, man. This is the best program put together by the best community, the best mentor in the online space, guys. This is where you want to be. So, and we're only getting started. So again, thank you guys. And also I want to thank Tim, thank Amy, thank Lizelle, Victoria, all these people who I have looked up to, who inspire me. And they don't even know how much they've impacted my life. So I just want to thank you guys all. Thank all of you guys.
Aw, thank you. And you guys, Daryl will be doing training in the
Yes.
community in September. So if you guys
I'm
get
excited.
started, you get to spend more time with Daryl. So we are
Yep.
excited about that. Everybody's like, Daryl, I want your slow months.
I'm
You know,
excited.
did you ever think that you would be able to say that though, that 20K?
Oh, that's great. Like, it's just mind-boggling. I was telling my
Mhm.
wife this the other day, right? We were just talking on the couch, and I was like, it's been a slow month for me. She's like, yes, because she doesn't know all about all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's been a slow month. I say I'm like almost around about 19 grand this month. And like, she's just like, what? Like 19 grand? Like, that's good money. Like, I mean, so but you can get spoiled in this industry. And again, it's just crazy how what we teach over here, just creating the content and just following the concepts and just mastering the 2-hour workday. That's all you need. And it's just crazy, man. It's almost something
Daryl,
to paint yourself.
I was gonna say, I've caught myself, well, I only made 5,000 last week. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And I had to work 18 hours a day for that. And it took, I
Exactly.
had a month and I'm bitching about it in one, like,
Yeah.
come on.
I used to have to work 65 hours a week to bring home
Yes,
900 a week.
yes, yes,
25 hours of overtime to bring home $900 a week. And now I can
exactly.
wake up to $900 in my sleep, which
Yeah,
is
because you and
which
I
is
were
just
working
crazy.
about the same amount of time. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
So I'm
crazy.
grateful. I'm grateful for this program. I'm so thankful. When I got introduced to it, I could have just kept on swiping like most of us do, but I stopped and it just piqued my interest. And this is by far the best financial decision I've ever made in my life. This is the most income I have ever made in my life. And the year's not even over. So it's just and I enjoy what I'm doing. It's like as if it's not even work, because I've been creating content and not making any money for so many years on social media, because I didn't know that you could make money on social media or build a business. And now that I do, that's why knowledge is power. And but I'm just grateful again, Michelle. Sorry for being so long, but guys, this is everything that you've wanted. It may sound like it's too good to be true, but I'm telling you, from a boy down here in Cookeville, Tennessee, it is true. This business can change your life. Most definitely.
Absolutely. You guys, I want to share with you the community real quick that Daryl had said. And Amy, let me know if we missed any questions in the comment, but I think we're pretty much getting all of them. So it's been good. Because this is a community that you get to be part of. So you're hearing stories today. These are the people that you get to engage with literally on a daily basis. But look what's happening inside our community. I love seeing this. Look at this. The first sale, 3 days, 1,000 followers. Look, 1,500 for the week, 4,100 for the month, 275 leads. This page makes me happy. First $900 bye-bye to nursing. She's going to trade in 12-hour days for her 2-hour days. Get to quit nursing.
Yeah.
Look at this. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it. And you guys, you see all different names. So we're not talking, it's the same person over, it's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people having success. And that, look at that, Matt, 15K in 4 months. Love it, love it, love it. So look, right before the webinar, I had a $600 come in. Awesome, Jeff. So
Yep.
good. See, that's what we're dealing with, you guys. And that's what we absolutely love. Daryl that just got done talking, you guys, he had a videos over 500,000 views in 2 days. And again, you're going to get training from him as well. So you get trained from people actually making money. Look at this. In 3 weeks, 11,000, 50K since June 14th, you guys. Literally, I hit 50K in 9 weeks. Oh, she just posted that 3 hours ago. Great job, Abby. So that's what I'm talking, you guys. There's thousands of pages of this. $100 sale, but look, it's everywhere. This is what we're talking about. But here's what's great. If you guys go up here, if you click on the calendar, you can go to the little stack. Look at, well, let's go to, this was last week. Look at all the trainings we had last week. Or this is July. Look at all of them though. You're equipped with every single thing that you guys need to be very successful. Here's something I want to show you that I love about the community. Look at this. Let's say you want to learn more about the 2-hour work day, just put 2-hour work day. Watch this. Go to the, look, there's 171 different trainings just inside the community. So you can learn how to master that 2-hour workday. So
Yep.
you can look at this community as literally a search engine right there for your digital marketing success. So that's just part of what you get to be part of. Somebody asked about the products real quick. Yeah, here they are again. So when you get started, this is what you get access to, right? These 4 different digital programs. So you have the Legacy Builder program, you get the Digital Mastery, you get the Launch Pad, and you get, or the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, and you get the Launch Pad. When you get the Legacy Builder, you get the resale rights and the income stream on all 4 of those products. So you immediately get 4 income streams. See, to me, that was huge. Let me give you guys a perspective real quick before we end this. I'm holding an Apple phone, iPhone. I got my iPhone through Verizon. Verizon didn't make this phone. Verizon is a multi-billion-dollar company off of other people's products and services and programs. They didn't want to have to take the time to figure out how to make a cell phone. So they get the resale rights. You guys, resale rights have been around forever. This shirt I have on, they didn't make the shirt. They bought the shirt and got the resale rights on the shirt. When you go to a restaurant and eat, they don't have a farm behind the restaurant making that food. They bought the food and they get the right to resell that food again. It's the way the world has been. Just some people have a hard time wrapping their head around it being digital and also 100% profit. But you guys, there's no cost involved. There's expenses involved with an iPhone. There's no cost involved when you're looking at digital. That, my friends, is how you can make 100% profit and have a global business. So with all that being said, you guys, all you need to do next is just get back with the person that introduced you to this. They sent you an email. Go to the bottom of the email. You'll see their website. Scroll through the website. Look at all 4 programs. Look what's inside of them. Get the one that's best for your goals and dreams. There's a lot of exciting things going to be happening inside our community in September that is going to help equip you for success and make these last 4 months the best 4 months or the best of 2024. So thanks everybody for joining us. And if you're here in the United States, have a long, happy Labor Day weekend. And thanks everybody for joining us. You guys are awesome. Bye.
No laboring on Labor Day.
No laboring.
That's right. Bye, everybody.